3, he has turned into an absolute animal.
Oh my god.
But you gotta get there first. The second part of the plan is to take him into a forever zone wars so that he can work on his end games. Cause although we will be fighting a lot in Div 3, he won't be needing to do much of the work. Wink wink. And if you don't know what forever zone wars is, then I'll explain it to you. You have an infinite amount of lives, and just like the title, it's a forever moving zone. And the first player to drop 10 kills straight drops a nuke. Now you can win by just outlasting the clock and getting the most amount of points, but since we only have 3 days, Saint's goal is to drop a nuke in forever zone wars at least one time. Okay Saint, so this is gonna work on, like I said, your box fighting type of style, so just act like it's a real endgame, okay?
Okay.
Same thing, continue to play for another 3 minutes, because that's the amount of time it took me to drop the nuke. And although that is a short amount of time, he looked extremely promising, and this is only a little preview of what he would be doing for the next 2 days. And if you're also wondering, he only ended up getting 4 out of the 10 kills that he needed for today, but thankfully the next task will also help him drop a nuke. This is Martov's box fights. You see, if you haven't noticed, the 2 biggest weaknesses that Saint has right now are his aim and his movement, both of which can be solved by a close range space like box fights. So I had him do it for about 15 minutes, and to be honest, he wasn't looking so good. No, he killed me again! Now, I will give him the benefit of the doubt, because apparently he was on 80 ping, but this sure gave us a lot to work on going into day 2. Day 2 started off pretty peacefully. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to be able to be there because I was working on a video, so Saint had to train by himself. And to be honest with you, I actually didn't trust him to grind when I wasn't there, but looking back at the footage, he looked perfectly fine. With his free builds getting better and better, he free built for about 30 minutes, focusing on being a little bit slow instead of trying to be fast and mechy. And with enough time, he actually did something that he was actually kind of proud of.
Oh
To be honest, this was a lot more than I could ask for, especially because going into Forever Zone Wars, he didn't do anything. Now, I'm not going to blame him, it's his second time playing Forever Zone Wars, but I would argue that this is the most crucial part about his regime, because if he wanted to be useful during Div 3, then he would have to support us during endgame. And doing things like this doesn't really show me that he's going to be doing that. And the same goes for Martov's box fights. Although his mechs were looking a little better, his aim was not. So going into day 3, I decided to not stack off anymore and give him a little personal training. Oh my god!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No.
Wait, why are you looking crazy?
Let's go.
Why are you low-key crazy?
Chill.
There we go. There we go. Oh, it's close.
Double it. No. Oh my god.
Shoot. You've gotten way better. I'm not even joking. It's kind of fun to fight. I then watched him drop his first ever nuke, which actually completed his goal for the 3 days. And since this day was actually going so well, I told him that he didn't need to do the Martov's practice. All in all, this day made me extremely hopeful for tomorrow. Today is game day, which means that this is also the day that Saint officially gets out of Division 3. I wasn't gonna let Saint down, even if it meant turning to the one person I disliked the most. You see, this is FabioGen, and many of you might know him as the content creator with 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. But for me, it's different. You see, he's my brother, and ever since he stole my teammate, we've been having an ongoing battle on who can grief each other the most. And today is the day that we set our differences aside and come together for a greater cause. It was time to carry Saint into Division 2.
Crack one. It's 3, it's 3, 3.
35 crack.
Triangle, 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 triangle. 100 dead.
Pull back. 70 to... Where? 35? 35 crack, one top.
Give him, give him, give him.
33, 30 crack, one top. Get back. Kill him. 100. Dead. 37, 37. Good stuff for
13.
Nice. 100. I lied.
Triangle, 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 triangle.
37.
Triangle, 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 triangle.
Crack. Dead it.
Got it. 100.
Get on his
One
back.
Flux.
Dead on mine. Dead on mine.
Flux.
Dead on mine. Dead on mine.
Dead. Oh my piston.
Now, if you haven't realized by now, the plan was very simple. We were trying to drop a very high kill game in order to give us a lead in the tournament, and it was going perfect. We had over 20 kills going to the fourth zone. That is until we started getting a little cocky. Oh, there's kids at the base up here.
Triangle, triangle.
One in south.
That's good. Yep.
120.
Nice. Sure. One is back. 39. 30 weight. 30 weight. Dead. Go net. 100.
Dead.
One's up. Nice.
One more here. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Bro.
I'm gonna go chase after him. Okay.
Both me and Saint then continued to follow Fabio Jit in hopes of getting more kills. But after not finding the opponent, we resorted to keying the medallion. Now this in itself wasn't a bad idea, but the only problem is that Storm was coming, which means that if we couldn't finish this fight fast, then we would be in a whole lot of trouble.
100.
Get on it.
1 HP.
I'm pausing.
30. I'm going for this one. Up. 100. Dead.
Nice. Blah. We gotta go.
I just got. Hold on.
I got whites.
I can pop another ball here.
Okay, pop, yeah.
Hold up, there's a kid right here. 30 crack. 30 dead.
I'm popping charge actually.
Nice.
150.
Nice.
Hook's on getting his underwear.
29 crack.
I'm dead. I'm definitely dead.
One just Rick. What is?
I'm dead. I'm definitely
One
dead.
just Rick. What is he? Wow. Nice. One. Like this one right here. On your back. Nice shit.
Losers, bro. These kids are losers, bro. Like,
Now dying here wasn't bad at all. Our 29 kills made up for the fact that we got 8th place. But what did matter is dying the very next game. You see, like I said before, our game plan revolved around keying. We had even made up game plans to help Saint get some kills as well. Hence why you hear
triangle.
Now that simply means that we just fight the enemy from opposite sides, but there are more complicated ones that we made up that we'll show you later. But as of right now, it looked like Fabio needed it more than us, because going into game 3, he was dying a whole lot. Oh my gosh, that's gonna crap.
200.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna crap on me.
One's on the ramp and one's below.
Yeah, one of them's on me. Yeah, but they're both over here, bro.
No, it's a different team, Fabio. 24. Go.
Wow.
I got one build.
They're in the same box.
Box fighting.
40. Wait, what's up? 36 white. 80 white on.
40, crack. Yep. Over here, come. 100.
20.
200.
Oh my gosh.
28.
100. Flux. 100. I'm dead, bro.
40 dead.
Nice, brother.
Show him one's up.
You can get this wall, break this wall, brother.
100. Box. 30 weight.
100 another. Dead.
Nice. I'm coming.
Team's good.
Chill.
Dead.
Nice, good stuff.
Oh my gosh, let's go,
It's crazy. We then continue to key, hoping to get our first 30 bomb win. And it's safe to say that it was going according to plan.
We really good. 30 weight. Dead.
15.
You're going up.
Yeah. 15.
You're going up.
100 on me. Dead. I'm dead.
Nice.
He's trying to get my finish. He's here.
100.
Nice.
What's up?
He's trying to get my finish. He's
100.
here.
What's up?
Nice. Nice.
Got up top. 37 white. Dead. Go. 37. Oh, never mind. I thought
Nice.
you other kid.
100.
There. 37 white. You don't have dead.
38. 100.
Nice.
Crack him. 1 HP.
Got a wall.
Dead.
Where? 30 cracks. What's up? 30 white. I'm stopped. 100. 37 white. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I need to be on pocket. We need to go zone.
In this launch pad here. I'm probably dead.
Be you good?
Yeah, I'm dead now. This is so bad.
With the zone pulling max, and not wanting to die the same way we died last game, me and Saint had no choice but to keep running. And without our IG on the game, I was gonna have to try and step up to that role. Nice, perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
Really.
Wait, come. Look, ready?
Alright,
3,
so yeah,
2, 1. Dead.
Gun.
Nice. Stuff. I love that.
I'll bet on.
Pistol.
Come here. 100.
Nice.
What's up? Inbox.
Chill, brother.
1 HP, 1 HP.
100.
Dead.
Shot. Freaking nice.
Nice.
Cracked the other.
Get buddy. Get a hook. Nice.
Nice.
Holding
Good stuff.
right.
This is all
Stars.
good.
Wall of China.
Right here.
You're fighting up. You're fighting down.
100
No,
cracked. In my box.
Yep.
150. 150.
brother.
100 dead.
Nice.
Nice. Left.
Go right. Go right. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This is just two. Right. Start building ramps. Yeah. Do the ramps up. Do the ramps up.
Come here.
Yep. Chill. It's all you.
You're good, brother.
I like that vert.
Great tarping. Great tarps, bro. So you didn't. Nice.
100.
So, brother.
Go.
Yep.
I have no mats. Dude, they're gonna look.
Oh yeah.
Going up. I'm PGing height.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother will take it.
I can't.
Drop this. Yes. I have no mats.
Nice.
100 dead.
Nice. Yeah, you have it. You have the height.
I'm no build.
Drop down.
Build.
Fine.
Yeah. I'm fragging.
Brother,
Okay.
you need to get
Dead.
up. Nice. Okay. Get up, bro. I mean, get up.
Oh, this kid above us.
You're good, brother. No one's above you.
45?
I'm dead.
You're good, brother. No one's above you.
45?
I'm dead. Yeah. I'm dead. Save him. He's in zone.
No. No.
All good.
We were now at 133 points, almost halfway to qualification. But since we were now in high elo, this brought new problems. And it showed. With both of my teammates going down in the early game, I would try and solo clutch. But to no avail, I would end up going down too. Now, it was at this moment that I realized I had to lock in. Because in my opinion, Saint was getting a little bit nervous. And I get it. It's not only his Div 2 qualification on the line. It's his pride and dignity as a player too. It's this recording, all past events, and his passion. He didn't want to let me down. So I made sure I wasn't going to let him down. And I'm sure Fabio shared the same feelings. Because after leading us perfectly throughout the mid game, he would set us up perfectly just in time for the end game. Wait, get down here.
I'm not having this open here.
40 crack, what's up? 40 wait.
Triangle.
Dead. Got a wall.
Nice.
30.
40.
100.
Nice.
Yep.
Dead.
Box. Nice.
100, full
One
box. Oh my gosh.
Come to me.
On. Yeah.
What?
100. You guys hold it. Tell me if we're getting chopped. I'm gonna go connect the lot. Oh, I like it right there.
He's with the 30. Dead.
Nice. Chill, brother.
Take inside.
Zone, bro. They're getting fully.
Oh yeah.
Look at that kid. Zone, bro. They're getting fully. I'm gonna drop on this right here.
You got this, James? What is he using? Oh, watch out.
Come back up. Do you have whites?
No, I don't. One's trying to miss on
I think they're him. Me, full box, 100.
Probably dead here.
Dead.
Nice. One's up, I have no mats.
Dead, bro.
We were now officially inside of the top 10, and although that would seem like it's good, it really isn't. Just like before, this brought problems. You see, going into game 7, we would have a peaceful off spawn until we came across this one team. You see, the plan was always the same, to get kills and win the game. But this time, we couldn't win the fight. Now, we didn't lose, but we were griefed. And after encountering the same team again, my brother and Saint would go down. But then I would actually eventually end up rebooting them, which caused me to die, and them as well soon after.
What is that?
Now normally this wouldn't be much of a problem, but we died again in another fight, and we now had almost only 30 minutes remaining. To be honest, it was looking grim, but little did I know what was about to happen. Keep it moving. 30 dead.
Crack them again. Let's go. Go all the way up. Get on me again. Come. No. Cone this guy. Yep. Cone this guy.
I'm going up. I went up bird.
30 way, back. Dead.
Nice.
It's 53.
Yep, okay.
Come over to me.
Dead. Got another kill.
Nice.
I connected.
Okay.
Look back on me. 3 did dead.
Good enough to win the game.
There's them. Crack, what's up?
Shoot this kid for me.
Yep, but you dead.
I'm so much. I don't even.
Dead.
We gotta finish this game quick right now. We gotta finish this game quick.
You want me to go down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
200.
100, one's up.
Get edited down.
Nice. 200.
Peace.
100. What's up?
Edit it down. Chug it up.
That one.
3
100. Oh.
Jump up, yeah.
200.
Good on bird.
I got one pump.
Bird.
I got one pump.
He's gonna die. Nice.
I died.
Hurry up. Just kill him or pick up.
Just kill him or die. Yeah, kill him or die.
Dude, that shit.
I got it. That guy died. Hurry up quick. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a Q, to be honest.
Oh my gosh!
We got one! Oh my god!
It was now or never. If we wanted to hit the goal for 330 points today, then this would have to be the game.
Uncon. They're
On
going.
con, maybe?
Eating
Let's go!
No.
Everything was going perfect. With a good mindset in an uncon POI, it was looking like we were for sure gonna win this game. But as many of you know, it's never that simple.
Yeah, in front of me. 100?
Wait, I have
100
right
run.
side.
I got fried too. Chill. James, start going back to Kappa.
Kappa?
Yeah, come back. Yeah, come back.
What the
back.
fuck?
I'm dead. I'm dead.
30. Crack one.
Yo, you need to.
30, wait. Like what?
Yo, Morn. Sorry if I told you, bro. I know you tried really hard in the tourney to help us win, but
No.
are you mad at me?
No. You did good, James. You did good. I had just failed Saint. The whole point of this video was to help him get his pride and dignity up so that he would stop getting bullied. But I had just made him apologize to me. Had I been the bully all along? Maybe I was just doing this to make myself feel good, to make myself look better than I am, but I really wasn't. So I made a promise with myself that I was gonna win Saint this tournament, and I was gonna make sure that that happened, no matter what. You see, this tournament isn't actually over yet. As I forgot to explain, this is a 2-day format, where both days will add up to your total tally of points on a cumulative leaderboard, which means as long as we got 400 points, we would be a contender to win the tournament. And with our determination set, we could actually do this, but not without some problems first. You see, going into game 1, we had actually made up a whole new game plan, where we would land center map and get as much kills as possible. But after dying the first 3 games, we knew that we needed to switch it up. Now, I'm gonna explain the plan later on, but as you watch these next few games, I'm sure you'll guess where this is going. 30 cracks.
Nice.
Box dead. Kill one. Box dead. Kill one.
100.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it.
What is some white?
We're trash. I'm burning. Oh, but I don't burn.
Honey, no weight in the bush, bro.
You got the body. Oh my gosh. Being ready. 35. Wait. Nice.
Triangle on this.
It's like I could burn up.
But I'm gonna chop you out, brother. I'm gonna chop you out.
You birdie. 39 one.
For what? Wow. You got so lucky, bro.
Running too hard.
You need to get out.
Keep going. Just go towards the outpost, brother.
Now the reason we're actually sacrificing Saint here is because if we die here, we'll be 4 games down with only 80 points to our name. And this is also a part of the plan that I was talking about before. You see, playing Storm is my brother's specialty. Now if you're asking why, I really don't know. But Fabio made it work. Well, he actually did more than just make it work.
We probably let's hit use the campfire, brother. Come.
Okay, close, get in the bush.
Yes, free kill. Yeah, black one. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
30.
30.
How do we not kill him?
Come.
37. Trying to run
Length.
up.
Picture from this angle.
Yep. Good.
I'm gonna start hitting him from this angle.
Yep. Good.
60.
Nice. 100. What's up? 30 weight. 30. Right. Nice. Right here. Crack. Nice. Good stuff.
Why?
Riding. Dead.
Yes, Fabri.
Now that we were stacked again, we could play out this endgame perfectly normal. Well, as normal as a game Fabio can make it.
Hate on them.
Fabio.
Doesn't matter.
Are they king? Are they? I'm in the bush, they don't see me. Yeah, they see
There you go.
30. Crack the kid. I took a lot of ticks.
Two.
See, wait.
They're trying to spray us out. Wing is up.
We're not.
Yes, we are.
Oh, 1 second.
Yep. Wait.
Just watch for
Above.
flanks.
Wait, on us.
Yeah.
Head. Oh, that's you.
Come on, for me, me and for me are up.
Yep, we're fuck him.
Yep, I'm up too.
Find his kid.
He's trying to go down. Chill. We're a little too low.
Okay, yeah.
Lux. 100.
Nice. Get that. Nice, good stop.
Back.
Jojo, we need to go back up.
Oh, come up. Yeah, coming up.
I bet. Come up.
Take my scraps. Sure.
Nah, it's literally dead zero. Wait.
Burning him. 18 crack. Dead.
Nice.
I have 5 bullets.
Let's go. Yep. Nice.
100.
Go.
I'm on cooldown.
Oh my gosh, he just maxed me, bro. There's a kid in here. He's stacked. He has so many whites.
You gotta go for him.
Dead.
Nice. Get all the whites.
100.
Come back to him.
Ready? 100.
Nice, brother. You're gonna get the kill.
Dead.
Nice.
In the water.
Just one more.
Dead. Let's go,
Nice,
baby.
good stuff.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Now this luck actually continued into the next game as well. With us getting unconned and a big spire, we were absolutely stacked. And this time, we did not need to play Storm. Now unfortunately, I had an annoying bug that had music in my ear the whole time.
But there's another team. Bro,
What the
what are
heck?
these kids doing?
So you guys are going to be watching this mostly from Fabio's POV.
We gotta get up on this hill.
I don't have it.
You build up. That's not good.
I'm good.
You see, we had realized one thing. High ground is essential if you want to win games. And since Fabio's a pretty good IGL, he was able to put us in spots that would set us up for high ground in the end game. And if you do secure a spot like that, you literally do not have to worry about anything else.
Music is blasting in my ear. Wait, one's trying to come up. Show watch that. Behind us.
I got coned. 100. Dead.
Nice. 100. One top.
Dead.
Nice.
Alright, we should get back up now. We just get we have body.
No, come back up. Come back up. We hold the body.
Kills.
Shoot, we're already good.
Gosh, I'm scared to go. I'm healing. Just give me 100. Nice, hold us.
These guys want high. Remember that. 26.
No.
Yep.
Crack.
Nice.
The bird, the purple bird.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
back
drop
to-
all. Here, Fabio.
Nice. I saw Matt.
On you.
I'm playing him. Friends out.
Take him.
Dead.
They wanted it.
Dead.
Connected to them. Yeah, low ground is abusers of the thing.
Wait. Look, miss. They're all doing it. One tap on one.
Yep.
Miss form. Oh my gosh, that just saved my life. Don't get too close. I don't want them more.
It's a random freaking duo, bro.
Get it. Wait, they're missing up. Come get it.
I turned him. I caught him. On this one. He died.
Oh, you're missing.
Get in the map.
Yeah, above us. My box. Missing too. I have no.
I don't know what the fuck.
100.
100. Dead.
Oh my gosh, that is so OP, bro.
We were now at 220 points with only 4 games played. At this pace, we would get 400 points before even getting to 10 games. But that's if we kept this up. And going into game number 6, it looks like we weren't going to be able to do that. You see, after having an off-spawn fight that lasted nearly 5 minutes, Fabio would end up going down. Now that's not really the problem here, because both me and Saint would end up clutching, but the main problem was the fact that another team came afterwards. And after I died, things were looking pretty grim. It was now up to a 500 PR player in a pro with no guns. If they wanted to clutch this, then it would take everything they have.
38.
Dead here.
I'm cracking him. There's only 2. There's 2.
They're coming in. They're going in. Yeah, you get out. Should I run?
100. Dead.
Get that finish. Get back.
Okay.
Dead.
Nice. Right. You go to.
Okay, coming on, Fabio, show.
Reloading, chill. I'm reloading.
50 white.
He's white. Nice. It's all you. It's max confidence, okay? He's 50 white. Remember. Oh. Nice. James.
After that, they would end up rebooting me, and we would kill yet another team. This would make us one of the most stacked teams in the lobby. But there was only one problem. This game was absolutely stacked. And to be honest, I didn't know if Saint could keep up. But oh boy, was I wrong.
Use your
In this
bird.
base?
Use your bird.
No.
In this base. In the base. Hey, come.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Break this. Spray it. Get back. Just spray.
Are you shotgun?
No,
I don't have trees on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Kid's coming left. 136 right here. Watch down, Fabio.
No. Speed this kid. 30 crack. What, 52 8.
Nice, shoot.
I killed him. What?
I'm going over to this. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go on you.
Okay. 24.
Ready, cross
I
for
need
you.
metal.
Okay, take Fabio. Look at his penalty, team right? 20 dead.
Good. Next to me, kid, next to me. It's all
We
right.
got spare here. Okay.
Dead.
Just make sure everyone knows that we're here, okay?
Yeah.
24.
Dead.
Nice.
I'm batting.
Thank you, dude.
Okay. Finish me.
Where?
Dead it in.
Nice.
He's on. Dead.
Get that.
No, I can't. 300 wood, Fabio.
Yeah, me too. I'm good.
Dead. I'm just calling Ruckus.
Go. Cause ruckus.
You need me to cause workers too?
I'm killing all
I'm
of them.
throwing some mats. Here, Fabio. Take that, Fabio. I'm going now.
Huh?
3 white. Dead. I have medkits. Right. Bird. Crack him. He's one tap. Nice.
Too easy,
Back
bro.
out. Let's go!
Oh my God. I caught the maximum Ruckus.
Let's go, Saint!
310 points with only 6 games played. This is what we had, and at this pace we would easily finish in first place. But as you know, all good things must come to an end.
We cannot die here or else we mess up our queue time. I won't mess up my drop this time.
What?
I don't only see 2 people on the
I didn't drop.
bus.
Oh, I think
Right.
we're gone.
You see, since we only had 40 minutes left, we had the perfect amount of time to play out 2 to maybe 3 games. But if we died anywhere near the beginning of the match, we would have to wait in an extra long queue, which would probably cause us to lose the lead in the tournament. And as expected, we had died. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. We now only had 1 game left, and I won't lie to you, I was pretty mad. But then I remembered that this wasn't about winning in the first place. Technically speaking, Saint was already out of Division 3, which means my job was done. So I decided that I wanted to end this on a high note.
Onion nails in.
Oh my gosh, bro. Chill.
Hello?
Come down.
Keep running. You gotta keep running. Just keep running.
Get 0 builds.
Yeah, over there. Run. Keep moving. Nice, mate. Need to be more aware, bro. You need to be looking around. Look at turtles. He's right there. You gotta stop jumping, bro. And go more left so I don't see you. Oh, sit in this building. Sit. You're getting there. Sit in the building. Go back. Yeah, go there in the corner. Sit.
Now that Saint had our cards, all he needed to do was survive. And survive he did. With Fabio telling him to go play in Storm, we would all get rebooted and start moving up. Now we weren't shambles, but we weren't stacked as well. And with us being below Surge, a comeback needed to happen very, very soon. And a comeback indeed did happen.
I'm looking there. 32.
I'm in here.
30 again.
Or 101 above it. I need to plug this game, I think.
1 kill.
30.
Nice. Keep trying.
Holding.
He's gonna play that kind of close. Go.
So 35 crack point. What's up?
Go.
You got here. There's so much oil.
Shot.
Okay, I
You gotta build. Just hold up.
Okay.
got it.
Got it?
Yep.
30?
Holding.
There.
6. Hold up, chill.
100.
30. 30.
We're above.
Nice.
There's still there. Come on. Jump again.
30. Dead.
Nice, holding.
He's stacked. Okay, I have max mats. Don't be scared to use it. I have max mats, okay?
On you.
Follow me.
Yeah, on you. Yeah. On you.
Block back.
Which way?
Yep, 3, 2, 1.
He just pre-farm me. I need heal. Just pre-farm me. I need heal.
I got
Shooting. You're dash from front side. Come on the hill. Come.
Yeah, I'm on you. Shambler.
Come.
Stop dash.
Yeah, on you.
Stop 1 dash.
Yeah.
Stop 1 dash. I got full box. 100.
Dash. Yeah, I'm gonna
100.
Yes.
Maybe you can. I got full box. I got griefs. I'm coming. Oh my god.
Come.
I'm on you.
Running. We cut this team off. Come. We cut this team off. Come.
100.
50 weight, 50 weight, 50 weight.
Get in, just get in, just get in.
Get. Show if you're ready. Put it fire.
Back him.
Yep, got everything.
I'm building fire.
Back him.
Yep, got everything.
Yeah, that one.
I have 100 wood, I have 100 wood.
Pop you, I have so much. I have the good bird too. No way. Here, I'm dropping. No, he got it all.
I just...
Okay, I'm coming.
You reload.
I'm up. I have 6 builds, Bobby.
Nice.
One floor.
I'm up.
Remember, I forgot if it's left before record. I'm not sure.
Look, I have to go down a little bit.
Nice.
I don't have it. What the fuck? I just died. What? I don't have it. Everything.
Nice.
I
No!
didn't have my bird.
We ended off in 6th place, which isn't bad, but not what I wanted. And if you're also curious about my other videos, please check them out, and make sure to subscribe so I can keep doing these videos and not go broke and homeless. Within Fortnite's competitive scene resides a master of Fortnite fighting, a player so good that he can win any fight no matter how many people are against him. A player so skilled that entire lobbies are scared of him. From tier 1 pros to creative warriors, everyone fears him. And his name is Peterbomb, and I want to be just like him. You see, when I started this game 3 years ago, I didn't care about earning or placing. All I cared about was just becoming a good fighter. And throughout all the videos I've made, I've been searching for ways to do that. From copying Peterbomb to trying to make my own, I've tried everything, but they've all failed. But this time, things were not the same. From heartbreaking losses to making history, this is the story on how I became the greatest fighter. To start, I wanted to assess my skill level to see where I'm currently at, and the best way that I thought I could do that is by 1v1ing one of the best fighters I know. You see, in order to become the best at fighting, you have to train with the best. And this was actually step 1 of my very detailed plan to master fighting. But without further ado, let me introduce to you the pro player. Having over 16,000 PR, and over $600 in earnings, and even getting top 30 with over 50 kills in the recent solo cash cup, this is Kyrie. Now, he is one of the many pros that are going to appear in this video to actually help me and coach me on how to become a good fighter. But this isn't all for no reason. At the end of the 7 days, I'll be participating in a tournament that will be one of the key factors to decide whether or not I mastered fighting. Now at this point, I can't tell you what the tournament is, but what I can tell you is that Kyrie's training definitely ended up paying off.
Alright, let's go.
Whoa. Okay.
Now, it was already obvious that he was leagues above me, but we decided to fight a couple more times to see if maybe I could kill him. But in reality, I'm pretty sure it was just to get his ego up. Round after round, I was just getting pissed off. I was getting pieced so much that I died to fall damage 2 rounds in a row just to try to avoid getting clipped. Now, I was close to killing him a couple times, but close isn't enough. If I wanted to master fighting, then I would need much more than that. So I decided to ask him what I was doing wrong. What were some things that you noticed about my gameplay that was bad? Like that you think you could help?
You're like that gif, like with the tiger behind the screen or whatever.
What does that even mean?
You look good, but you don't do it with it. You just do too much. You need to be more simple. And your aim is terrible.
He then told me the maps that he uses to warm up and the maps that he thinks I should play to help me with the things I do wrong. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the training actually begins. First, we're going to start off with a quick 15-minute free build, focusing on crosshair placement and being slow and simple just like he said. Now, after a certain point, I actually got pretty bored, so I headed on to the next part of the routine, which was solo endgame practice. All the map is you as a solo in endgame, trying to survive and win the round. Now, I'm guessing Kyrie does this as preparation for the tournaments that he's about to play. And considering the fact that we're going to play a tournament very soon, this seemed pretty important. So going to the map, I tried my best not to die.
Nice, my first win.
another one, baby, come on. Now, after another 30 minutes of absolutely pissing on these kids, I decided to get off of the game. And yes, I know, I didn't do that much, but this is the routine that Kyrie gave me. And for now, all I can do is trust what he has in store for me. Now, at the start of day 2, I was really wondering what the new routine would be. Because if I wanted to master fighting, I would need to do much more than just free build. And I'm sure Kyrie understood that. Because starting off with our daily 1v1, he seemed to be taking it more seriously, with the score starting off at a whopping 4-0. But I knew if I wanted to upgrade my routine, I would need to show him how good I actually am. And that's exactly what I ended up doing.
Don't get fired though. He might have gotten worse. Oh shoot! Oh, what? Did I teach you that? No.
Now that is what I call improvement. Not only did I get one of my first kills on Kyrie, but it actually felt like I was dominating the whole fight, which was a big step in the right direction. And little did I know that this wouldn't be the last time it would happen, because going into the very next round, well, you'll just see for yourself.
Missing right now.
Oh, bad angle. Oh, frick, bro.
You're a one-legged machine, man. What box?
6-7.
Oh, wrong at it. No.
Nice.
No. Alright, let me stop.
Yeah, he wasn't lying. He killed me right after that. But this was insane progress. Before, I couldn't even get around on him. And now, I actually felt like I was giving him a little bit of a challenge. And just as he promised me, he gave me the new updated routine based off what he thinks I should still work on. At this point in time, everything was going amazing. I was only 2 days in and I was seeing progress. But I still felt like something was wrong. Like something was about to happen. And soon, I would be proven correct. But for now, let's focus on our new routine. We now have the addition of Mechanics Trainee V5, and just as the title says, it's basically just training every mechanic in the game, from aim to piece control. And then the last part of the routine is ranked reload / normal ranked. Now this is going to be our first bit of actual in-game practice, and some could argue the most important part of the routine, since I will be playing a tournament at the end of the 7 days. Alright, so we actually have quite a bit to do, but I think I'm going to focus on my aim and my piece. Oh my goodness, there's no way Kyrie does all these. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did not do all of them, but to make up for not doing all of them, I decided to spend extra time in the ones that I did do, focusing on creating extra variations of angles and peaks that could actually help me in the game. How did I miss that? Now you'll come to find out that throughout these days I actually really came to love this map, and I low-key wish I took more advantage of this leading up to day number 7. And I could say the same thing for my aim. I don't even want to talk about my aim. It's a good thing that the next part of this routine works on just that. Now I did decide to play reload ranked because, well, I have the attention span of a 5-year-old, but you'll see me bouncing through both game modes throughout the day. Alright guys, watch this, ready? I have to at least hit a couple of passes. 24 kill win, okay, that's not bad. Day 3, baby! I'm pretty sure Kyrie's running a little bit late, but he should be here sometime soon. Now, this wasn't unusual behavior from Kyrie. I've known him for quite a while now, and he's usually late for a lot of things. But this was different. You see, ever since I told Kyrie about my dream of becoming the best fighter, he promised that he would do everything in his power to help me get there. And so far, he's been doing a pretty good job of that. But this time, he wasn't even giving me back. And plus, he's literally on Fortnite right now. But I trusted him. So I waited and waited
and waited until I couldn't anymore. I decided to go ahead on with the routine, believing that maybe after I finished, he would finally respond to my DM. But I would end up finishing the routine, and that DM never came. So I got off and did the same thing the next day as well, and still no DM. This was honestly really demotivating. 2 days have passed, and it felt like there has been absolutely zero progress. I only had a couple days till I had to play the tournament, which means I had to log in, but I just couldn't. That is until I got this DM. This is exactly what I needed. I was so burnt out right now that I just couldn't play. I just needed something to take my mind off things and actually have fun for once in a while. And what better way to do that than to carry my IRL to a qualification in a tournament. And this would also be the perfect opportunity to practice my fighting. You see, Miko here isn't exactly the best player, but he's a ton of fun to be around. Which means this was the perfect mixture. I would carry him in fights, and in return, he would give me passion to play the game again. Therefore, we started Operation Bring Back Morns. Alright, Miko, you know, I'm a little burnt out right now. It's your job to give me good vibes, okay? I'm more of a sis, I don't care if I die. Oh my gosh, you get that? Nice.
I'm dead.
Yo! Now, this wasn't a really good start for Miko, but I guess I should be expecting that. Because after all, I should be the one carrying him. And since I am carrying him, I decided to set some goals for myself. The first one being is that I have to drop at least 10 kills by myself in one of these games, which should be pretty simple. And the second goal is to have as much fun as possible. Now, this tournament format has a 45-minute time limit with only 3 games to play, which means it's going to go by pretty quickly, which is also why I wanted to squeeze in as many kills as I could in that small time frame. But little did I know that that was going to be harder than I thought. Dead on?
Unders, bro.
Dead. I mean? No way! I'm so mad.
Oh my god.
I like that. Oh my gosh. Wow, bro. Now, I will admit, I had a lot of problems with staying alive because I was so fixated on getting 10 kills. It got so bad that we didn't even end up qualifying to the finals. Nonetheless, I didn't come out of this empty-handed, because not only did I reignite my passion, but I now remembered why I was doing this in the first place. All those times where I was mocked and laughed at for not being a good fighter were going to end. I was going to make sure that I was going to become Fortnite's best fighter, and sacrificing Miko's tournament was just the start. You see, I don't know if you remember, but at the start of the video, I told you guys about a plan that I had, and I don't know if you also noticed that I haven't said a single word about it. And the reason that is because I was saving it for this perfect moment. There was now only 24 hours left till I had to play the tournament, and I was going to make sure that I used every minute of it correctly. Step 1 to the plan was very simple. I would continue to follow the same routine that Step 1 to the plan was very simple. I would continue to follow the same routine that I've been following for the past 7 days. Except this time, I'm forcing myself to double the playing time of each map. So instead of playing for 30 minutes, I would play each map for over an hour. Now, of course, I started to get really bored, but I knew I had to grind through that boredom. With each passing minute, the tournament gets closer and closer, and I knew I couldn't afford to waste any amount of time. And after eventually finishing the routine, I decided to take a page out of Kyrie's book and actually VOD review the fights that have been throughout the past couple days. Using this, I could see what I did wrong and improve on those mistakes. And all this was in preparation. With each passing minute, the tournament gets closer and beginning of this challenge, and I knew I couldn't afford to waste any amount of time. And after eventually finishing the routine, I decided to take a page out of Kyrie's book and actually VOD review the fights that have been over 20 times the amount of earnings using this that Kyrie has, and is the best fighter that I know. He has qualified to FNCS Grand Finals 3 times, has over $12,000 in earnings, and almost 100,000 PR. This is Jack. Mr. Jack Amon. First to 5. That's it. You just need to full try your ass off. Okay.
I just got on after, what's it called? Something on in Team Cash Cup.
Oh my.
Yo, okay, well.
Oh, freak. 3-0? Oh. Now at this point in time, I already knew that I was going to lose. That much was apparent, and there's nothing I could do about that. But that wasn't the plan here. You see, what I've realized throughout the past couple days is that I can't become a pro fighter. This is Reload, a place where dying is temporary and the fighting never stops. And this is me, about to get absolutely pissed on by a full squad. And you also might be wondering why I'm in this situation. Well, this all started 7 days ago when I decided that I wanted to try mastering Reload. And the only reason being is that I wanted to become a better player. And oh boy, was I right. Cause from getting unreal to actually winning a tournament, this was probably the most stressful challenge I've been through. But as usual, let's start at the beginning. Before we actually get into day 1, I want to give a bit of summary of why I'm doing this. You see, my whole YouTube channel is actually me trying to go pro, or just improve at the game in general. And recently, I feel like I've gotten worse. And seeing as Reload has been popular for quite a while, plus you add the fact that it's basically just fighting for 30 straight minutes, it's the perfect formula for success. So I made a plan. Step 1 is to gauge how good I actually am, so we can compare and contrast at the end of the 7 days to see if my skill level increased or decreased. So I decided on playing pub squads just to see what my skill level was, and this would end up being a big mistake.
Oh, shoot.
100?
Oh my gosh. Right.
No! Although I did have fun absolutely pissing on these bots, the skill level was obviously just way too big. And I know what you're thinking, maybe it was just a bad lobby. And my response to that, yeah, my response definitely has to be no. So I decided I would play another game mode that I knew would give me the fight that I wanted. Now, since we actually dropped multiple 20 bombs, I feel like it's too easy and it's not really entertaining enough. So instead, we're going to embark on a new journey. We are going to be playing Reload Ranked. Now, to further explain what I was trying to do, I was basically trying to speedrun to Unreal, but by the end of the day, I have to be at a certain rank. Day 1 could be Platinum, Day 2 could be Diamond, and so on. But for now, we're going to have to start in Unranked. Okay, hello! It's actually 6 o'clock already, like IRL time, which means I'm going to play for like 2 more hours maybe, and then I'm going to get off. But that should be enough time to get gold, which is our goal today.
Are you serious?
Okay, I'm pretty sure there's bots in the lower ranks. Now, if you don't know what I mean by lower ranks, I would like to introduce my little nicknames. The little 3, the middle 3, and the big 3. Now, I do believe that there is bots in the lower 3, but it will get better as we keep ranking up. But for now, enjoy this little montage of me absolutely working these bots.
É muito tempo de resiliência.
I don't even have to build. Like I wasn't even like I wasn't even that bad.
Onde a vida passar.
Silver 3. We'll set our goal at gold 3 for today. Now, I won't lie, this was pretty easy. To be honest, it wasn't looking any better so when I played pubs, but that is until this one kid showed up, which showed me a glimmer of hope and also marked my first real, I guess you could say, challenge.
Yeah, punk boy. Huh? Yeah, boy.
I think that's like the first real human being that I saw. Listen, a challenge is a challenge. I never claimed he was good, I just said he was a challenge. Either way, I would end up dropping a 30 bomb this game as well, and again in the next 2 games. Which means we are now in gold 2, only 1 rank away from reaching our daily goal. But there was one big problem. Fortnite was down.
If you need an update, you may or may not need an update.
But, yup, Fortnite was down, and this was probably the worst time possible. I was basically one game away from reaching my goal for today. But as soon as it looked like I was about to get off, the luckiest thing happened to me. What the frick? There's 11 people alive. Put me on a default skin. Technically speaking, I can make it to gold 3 in this game. I can make it to gold 3, I can. I'm on gold 2 right now. This was very doable. If I just killed everyone in this lobby at least one time, I would rank up to gold 3. So I decided to land on one spot that I knew people were going to be at. Slurpy Swamp. Am I trash? I need to reload my shotgun. This guy thinks he's good. I need to kill him too. Nice. No. Am I getting targeted, bro? Come on, G. So after killing the horde of decent players, I was pretty much stacked, and all that there was left were the bots. Oh, it's you, huh? Can't let that one sweat kill the bot. $200. Let me send it. Hopefully that will be enough. That was, I think, 19 or 18 kills. Let's go! That was so lucky, it's not even fun. Now that we were gold 3, I could finally get off for the day and get enough rest for day 2. Miko, it's gonna be a long day today, bro.
Today we are going to be finding out what the best POI is and a loot road so good it'll last me till I hit Unreal. So can I get my $5 now?
This is Miko, and I've hired him to help me with today's task. You might be wondering what that task is. Well, just as Miko said, today we're going to be going through every single reload map and locating where the best spots to land are and creating some of the best loot routes that will last me until I hit Unreal. Now, since this actually took basically all day, I'm going to skip some of the boring part and get straight to the juicy details. Map number 1 is the oldest map, the OG map. So this is my map, this is map number 1. It's pretty simple. We're going to land at the Trump Tower building in Tilted Towers. We're gonna get the gun on top and fight anyone who lands on us. Oh, he's gonna kill me.
Dead.
Anyways, explanation en route. Kill this guy first. Nice, nice. Okay, so you're gonna land on top first, then you're gonna come down the same way we came. You're gonna break down this specific one, okay? Get these guns, get this chest spawn, right?
Okay.
This chest spawn will give you shield. No, it won't. Go all the way through, don't die to fall. And you're gonna key this specific building. You know why you're gonna key this specific building?
Why?
For the vending machine. The vending machine gives you max heals, okay? All the big pots you just want.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but mine's better. Let me show you.
Okay, back out.
Alright, Morris, this is the first spot. You just land here, get as many kills as you want, and your loot's just in the buildings.
Okay. And you said this is option number 1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what's number 2?
I'll show you. This is option number 2. Obviously, you won't get a lot more kills, and your loot's a lot more scattered out, but it's gonna be better for when you hit them.
Okay. More options equals more rank, baby, right, Jonathan? Miko now had opened up the possibility of me landing more than one spot. And after he showed me what spot he found on the 3rd map, I couldn't wait to get to higher rank. But of course, we had to get there first. Okay, the road to diamond starts right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Ah! We're in the middle three, baby. We were now in the middle three, and it was very apparent because these were actually my first 2 deaths that I've experienced. And just as a memento, I'm actually going to write down how many times I've died, and I'm also going to keep track of how many kills I've obtained. But just to keep me from dying too much, if I die over 75 times in this one video, then I'll do whatever the top comment says. So make sure to keep that in mind while watching these next few games. I'm going to try not to die anymore, which I think is going to be like pretty hard. Little did I know that there was a bigger problem at hand. See, I was getting burnt out. While I'm showing you this footage in a way that I can entertain you, for me, the past 3 days have been nothing but getting 20 bombs and 30 bombs, which I don't know if you've ever done, but it gets pretty boring. So I did something I knew I had to do. I was gonna grind until I got into it. Now this would end up being very wishful thinking, because very soon I would find out how hard this actually was. From getting killed by pro players to actually bawling my eyes out, this was one of the hardest days yet. Now in the moment, I truly believed that I could do it, but don't worry. I would soon find out the harsh reality. No. What? Oh my gosh, I'm bad. Game after game, we were getting closer to Elite, but we were also getting closer to my breaking point. Once we hit Diamond, the hard realization came in. This journey to Elite might even go into the 4th day. This is taking a little longer than I expected, I won't lie. But I want to finish it. I need to get as close as possible to her. So with my resolve set, I decided to take one last push and finally hit Elite. No! Yeah, I died. Things just got more unbearable by the second, and although I did end up getting a few good kills, this would all be lost by what's about to happen. Gosh. Oh my gosh! This kid's cheating. Now, it was already bad enough that I didn't feel like playing, but now I'm dying to cheaters, and it doesn't stop there, cause going into my next game, the same cheater would end up killing me. Oh my god! It's the same kid! He's cheating! Oh my... He's back! And although I am in Diamond 2, I have now racked up over 25 deaths. And we're still 4 ranks away from Unreal. It's safe to say things were not looking good, but I knew I had to grind through it, because there's not a chance that I would get to Unreal in these next 3 days if I didn't get to Elite right now. So I formulated a plan that would hopefully help me have some fun and find the joy in grinding. Couldn't be that hard, right? Okay, this is the 3-step plan to finally have some fun on Fortnite. The first step is to try out new guns. New guns equals new things, which means I'll be happier. The second step is to go for more clips. I like building, so I need to do that more. The third and final step is just to stop caring. If I stop caring, I'll stop raging and have more fun. And with the plan in mind, I continued my journey to try and get Elite. Come on, dude. Okay. Oh. Come on. Oh. 100. What? Come on. Oh my. Oh, I like that combo. Come on, G. Come on, G. Watch this, ready? Look. At this point in time, I was genuinely having a little bit of fun. I found out that I love the Mammoth pistol a lot, and I was also having a lot of fun just piecing these kids up. He gave up. In the moment, it looked like my plan was working perfectly. That is until we were one game from being elite, and something so terrible would end up happening that it would demotivate me for days. You see, in the beginning, all was going well. I was even singing. You could tell I was just very excited to get to elite. But while I was running through this lobby, I felt like someone was watching me, waiting for the perfect time to strike. And although I did play this game out with no consequence, I would soon find out my instincts were correct. 30%. It's good, it's good, it's good. In the beginning, day 5 seemed like a normal day. Although the skill level of the players that I was facing was a little bit higher, it's nothing I couldn't handle, and everything seemed to be going very well, with me being on pace to hit champion within a couple hours. That wasn't until I noticed something a little bit suspicious. I died. Now, it wasn't the fact that I died that was suspicious, because we know I do that a lot, but make sure to pay attention to this username. Gosh, bro. Oh, shoot. It's the same kid, bro. In the beginning, it seemed pretty normal. Sometimes you died to the same person. But then, it became more than just a coincidence. You see, after he killed me a couple more times, I would find him in another game, but this time, I would kill him. And after winning the game, I would randomly get a DM from my brother. Why is he trying to be so menacing? And I won't lie, I was a little confused. But then it hit me. Ronin Jit. Ronin Fabio Jit. This was my brother the whole time. Now, as for the reason he was griefing me, I don't know. But he did seem to lay back off Q-sniping me for a little, so I knew how to use this chance to gain as much rank as possible, which is easier said than done. Oh my gosh. Dumb. Pretty on me, bro. Oh! So close! They're teaming! I'm so bad! Please! Oh my gosh, finally, bro. I'm getting off, bro. New days bring new problems. And today, that problem is how many times I've died. You see, while I've been showing you some cool clips of me killing people, what I haven't been showing you is my deaths. And as of right now, I'm sitting on a whopping 52 deaths, which means I can only die 23 more times, or else I'm gonna have to do whatever the top comment says. And if you're also not familiar,
1 year ago, I asked the question, what would happen when an Apex Sweat who has never played Fortnite before dedicated 1 week to learning the game? Well, it's 365 days later, and I think we have the answer to my questions. For the past year, I've done so many things I never thought imaginable. I met some of the top Fortnite pros. I amassed over 150,000 subscribers, and it honestly would be an understatement to say Fortnite has changed my life. So today, I'm going to be showing you the full journey, my full 1 year progression video, from absolute noob to where I am today. Can I become as good as a pro? And was switching to Fortnite really the right move? Well, there's only one way to find out. Starting out on December 7th, the first day I ever played Fortnite. When I got into the lobby, I had no idea what I was starting. It's a lot of game modes. Oh my god! There are so many different game modes. But because I was coming from Apex, I decided to go to Battle Royale. I feel like this FOV sucks, bro. This is my first ever third-person shooter. Okay, so I should start hitting things, right? I know this much. Bro, did I just destroy my access to the top building? There's somebody here. Why is it not hitting? And let's just say, that first game wasn't too good. Now, throughout the rest of the week, I grinded, getting my first ever win. Let's go! Learning how to build. Boom. Oh, nah! There's this. And just overall having a blast. Wait. Okay, let me cook, Let me cook, chat. Yeah! Hey! And I had set the goal for myself. Get a build win by the end of the week. And unfortunately, no matter how hard I tried, I wasn't able to do that. And so I set a goal for my YouTube, 500 likes, and I'd play Unreal. And let's just say that video is sitting a little above that by now. With that, we went into the second week, where I naively thought I could reach Unreal in just 7 days. Now, if you haven't already noticed, I'm playing on controller. More specifically, I'm playing on gyro. You see, that's what I was used to on Apex. And so I thought, why not play on Fortnite? Well, it was during this week that I decided to completely drop gyro. I don't know why I decided to do it mid-challenge, but hey, I'm happy I did, because it got me one step closer to the most influential change that's about to happen. But I'm getting too ahead of myself. Throughout the week, we tried our hardest to reach Unreal. Oh, guy's so good. No! And despite all the grinding, this is where we ended up. By the end of it, this was my rank. And for some wild reason, this challenge of trying to force myself as a week 2 player to reach Unreal in just 7 days kinda made me hate rank. So much in fact that I wouldn't really play it for the next few months. If I'm being honest, I still kinda dislike it now. But either way, that concludes the month of December. But it's in January where we really started to see some improvement. By the way, throughout this entire video, you're gonna see this creator code on the screen. It's actually my old one. My new creator code is code MOGS. I know it's corny, but I literally couldn't get anything else besides this. So if you guys can use code MOGS in the item shop, it'd be greatly appreciated. Oh yeah, and while you're at it, may as well follow my Twitch, where I'm probably live right now. The link is in the description. Now, I was only 2 weeks into playing the game, and I decided to completely restart my progress. And I did that by switching to keyboard and mouse. Day 1 consisted of me getting the binds done. And let me just summarize it for you. What we did probably hurt us more than it helped us. Dude, this all feels so foreign, bro. Oh my, did I make a mistake? Day 2, I upgraded my setup, getting a better mouse, and shifting the orientation of my setup. For the rest of the week, I grinded, and I was actually improving pretty quickly. Yes! That was it! That had to be it! You see, this was the first game I ever played keyboard and mouse on. I was always a controller player at heart, and so I honestly thought that switching to keyboard and mouse was going to be a little more difficult. And so, eventually, I set myself with the goal. Since I had already improved so much, I wanted to get a ranked win in Reload. And I know, I just said I hated ranked. Reload, for some reason, was an exception to that. It's where I spent most of my beginner runs learning the game. By the end of the week, after so much struggle... Oh, I'm dead. Dude! And I mean a ton of struggle... I'm dead. No! What? Huh? Just dead. GG's. Around a wall is crazy! Eventually, we finally did it. Yes! Yes! I was finally able to pull it off, making this my 1 week keyboard and mouse transformation. Now that I had a whole week of keyboard and mouse underneath my belt, and it was actually a little bit more than that because there was a pretty big gap between these two videos, I decided it was officially time for me to play my first ever tournament. There was just one issue. I kinda suck at this game. It's not my fault, I literally just started, but if I want to go anywhere in this tournament, I need to find a coach. And so that's why I DM'd 100 pros to see who would coach me. And so after DMing pros for over 3 days, I finally got a response from one player that would help me build connections throughout the entire Fortnite community and really helped me a lot. Shout out 9FE.
2 things you need to work on. 1 is building multiple boxes. 2, I'd say be confident in your fighting. And another big thing that's super important to work on is playing your late games properly. Learning how to play late game properly. You feel me? Okay. Oh! Yo, that was the best kill I've seen all day.
In our first tournament, we can go to
Can't see anything! Like what?
I can't comprehend anything happening!
Their memory serves as an example to us all! Just do not buckle or yield!
What do they do, Captain Irwin?
My soldiers push forward!
Yes, they do!
My soldiers scream out!
Yeah!
My soldiers run!
So you got an ad, right?
You're still alive, right?
Yeah, I'm alive. Oh! I just got disconnected! And so, for that being a literal diamond cup, and me being barely over a month into Fortnite, I honestly don't think I did that bad. Now, it was around this time that I was experiencing a lot of lag. I mean, just look at this. My setup had high ping, constant stutters, low FPS, and so much delay. That was until I partnered with Dev and created Miss Tweaks. Miss Tweaks is used by countless pros and has instantly improved the performance of over 1,400 other users. So if you want to instantly drop your ping, increase your frames, get rid of stutters, and get 0 delay, then check out Miss Tweaks today. The link is in the description. Now, February was an interesting month. I've been watching a lot of pro players play, and I was honestly getting kind of jealous. I thought, why are they so good and I'm not? You see, on Apex, I was one of the best players for controller movement. And so to go from that to being absolutely buds, well, let's just say it was a very big switch up. And so for the entire month of February, I dedicated myself to living like the pros. I spent an entire day living exactly like Peterbot, using his exact settings. Okay, 6.4 is crazy work, bro. Bro, I'm on 9.3, I'm cooked. His day-to-day routine. Already finished one thing on here, so let's go ahead and mark it off. So right now, if you look very closely, you can see me watching some of Peterbot's old videos. Peterbot review, bro. Let's go ahead and get it marked off. That means that your boy can finally take a shower and get ready. I'll see you guys after that, alright?
Alright, so believe it or not, but the very next thing that Peterbot does is he actually goes to the gym, which I'm pretty happy about because I really want to go to the gym. I'm gonna finish talk to my kids. We have arrived to the gym. You guys thought I was actually gonna bring you in there. That's not what Peterbot would do. Peterbot would not take you guys in there. Typically, like myself personally, I would 110% just grab the camera, yo, what's up, chat? No shame, no nothing. But because we're like role-playing Peterbot today, I can't really do that, so.
Yo, why did none of you guys tell me that I was low-key kind of fat, bro? Look at my face, man. Oh my gosh. But honestly, by the end of all that, I didn't feel I improved that much. And so I decided to repeat the experiment with Poyo, which some people would argue to me that he was actually better than Peterbot. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But if I had to be completely honest, this experience was even worse. I hate that stupid bat! Oh my gosh! Every single time, bro! Yeah, so we failed the challenge. But honestly, if I can go back and spend February anywhere else, I actually wouldn't. Because this month taught me something very valuable. You are your own player. Up to this point, I had tried so many different people's binds, so many different people's sensitivities, and I honestly feel like that stunted me a lot. And so looking back on it, the fact that I had such a difficult time trying to emulate other people's gameplay was actually pretty good, at least in the long run. So, starting in March, I started off the month strong, with probably the hardest challenge that I have done yet. Bronze to Unreal speedrun. And it honestly was a pretty interesting experience.
Dude, we just wasted 2 whole minutes.
Every single minute was gonna count, so I really needed to lock in. Like, I don't care how long this takes, we are going to hit Unreal in one stream. We're not gonna end stream until we hit Unreal, okay? First game, baby! Slightly above.
WTF is behind you, look back. Good boy.
Yo! No! Get out of here, bro. Yo, how did he get through both of my builds at once?
My name, so you can just call me.
What are you doing, dude? We had a little bit more builds, we had that. I'd gotten all the way to Diamond pretty easily, and I thought that would mean that this entire challenge was going to be an absolute breeze. But I was a little wrong. Yeah, this was gonna be a lot harder than I thought. See, these lobbies are just way more difficult for some reason.
Something behind you looked back.
No, good boy.
I'm not falling for this again.
Bro!
Is what you said?
No!
Bad boy, nice try. Now who's a good boy?
Shut up! Oh yeah! Victor! See that gain inch. Over the course of the next hour, we were able to slowly chip away at reaching champion. And it didn't help that I was almost up for 30 hours. Honestly, this was a really fun challenge, and it really showed just how much I improved. I was kind of flying through the ranks, at least up until champion. What? Yo, what's that? Literally how? We weren't making the best progress. But after a few more hours of grinding, I finally did it. Yeah, there's trips on it for sure.
You have...
No.
It's fine, it's fine. You got it, it's fine. It's fine.
It's gonna be so bad. Yes. Let's go, baby. Definitely not a world record, but hey, I was happy with it. But the next month, I learned that there's a thing called the Fortnite Skin Cup. Pretty much it's a tournament where you can win a skin for completely free. They never had those in Apex. And for being honest, it didn't go too well either. We had our ups, but top 8 is not bad. 113 points, baby! We definitely had our downs. I started planning something a little bit more devious. So what do I need now to,
Okay, I'll calculate. Oh, that's rough.
What do I need, coach?
You need a 43 kill.
Okay, and do I need to win in that game as well?
Yes.
Yo, honestly, that's not even that out of reach.
So just so you know, I've never gotten over 40 kills in any game mode.
Yeah, but like, I'm locking in this time, so.
Okay.
And looking back on it, I don't even know why I was trying to get this skin, bro. I was low-key glazing it at the time. Why, though? But either way, I wasn't able to unlock it. Hey, how about you shut up? As you guys can see, even though we obviously finished, we were able to unlock this. And so that's why a few weeks later, I hired pro players for the very first time to try to carry me in my next skin cup. The only issue is that I accidentally selected players on EU, meaning they were on super high ping, but that was fine. They were still absolutely goated, and it really exposed just how much I needed to work on myself. I mean, I was practically dead weight to them. And even with hiring the pros, hey, dude, chat, it's all up to them. It's all up to them, bro.
Yeah, I think.
This is just too intense for me, man. Remember, they're on really high ping, chat.
Oh god, I'm dead.
I was not able to get the skin. Surprise, surprise. Dang! Instead of actually working on myself and trying to improve, I decided to try to humble my chat. You remember Night FE from our first ever tournament video? You ever seen that one meme and it's like Mr. Poe from,
Oh, you're talking about the black dude from Dragon Ball?
Who's Mr. Poe?
You don't know the literal all black.
Okay, no.
That's what you said!
Well, I decided to hire him, put him on my account, and have him humble my toxic viewers. And it was amazing. Bro, I don't want to give too many skins out, bro.
Come on, let me cook.
Which I will lock it for this one, actually. Oh! Come on. Give me that build. Come here, boy! Oh, let's go! Nice, GG's. Yo, my face itches, chat. I think I'm gonna honestly just itch it real quick. Alright, you can unmute. Dude, they actually, like, they were fooled. They were fooled for so long. I think we really need to look at it. How many times am I gonna hire a pro to do something for me? If I had stayed locked in on myself and myself alone throughout this entire 365-day challenge, how much progress could I have made? Oh, we'll never know. Because I'd be lying to you if I said that this trend didn't change. In April, we officially hit 100 days on keyboard and mouse. That was a big milestone for me. And if we look at before and after, there was tons and tons of progress.
No.
Oh yes! 202! Now, remember what I said earlier about me trying to be like the pros? And constantly changing my binds, constantly changing my sensitivity? What if I told you that we finally got over that? Guess what? I'd be lying. Because I ended up spending an entire week trying to learn Peterbot's mines. And let me tell you, it was the biggest mistake I've ever made. This genuinely set me back to my skill. And by a lot too. And it was at this point that I thought, how have I not improved enough? We're over halfway throughout the year, and I'm still not as good as Fortnite as I was on Apex. And so I thought of quitting. But thankfully, the new season reignited my passion. And while it definitely wasn't as good as before, it was enough to get me over that hump. And so I thought I'd finally re-tackle my first challenge, reaching Unreal. And you guys are gonna hate me for this, but guess how I did it? I may or may not have asked pros. With the help of NPen and Alex, we grinded through the ranks. Just kidding. I grinded through the ranks by myself all the way up to Elite, just for rank to be so dead that I literally could not find games. Definitely the most tragic day of the entire challenge, and probably not for the reason you think. You see, I had to have this difficult conversation with Clover. Not to be a downer, but at this rate, it'll take 7 hours to hit Elite. The queue times literally take 30 minutes per game. We simply can't play. Maze, are you still hung like a horse? Bro, what is that message, bro? Dude, I might have to play reload. Fortnite was in a massive down spurt right here. And so I had to switch the challenge to reload. But it was still so much fun playing with NPen and Alex. And we had a lot of laughs. How did we just win that fight? How did we do that?
Oh, no. You're a team player, bro. That was huge. Mister, you should carry Boogie Bombs, bro. That's your boss.
You might be okay.
Like you like dancing.
Again with
No, not right now, man. Oh, I got him at
Oh my god.
Wait, Alex, you have to wait. They're trying to res down here. There's one of the streams I've been doing. He's resing.
Thank you.
I got the finish.
Thank you.
What is happening? What is
He was just fizzing. He's coming on. Let me pop this mini, and I'll start fizzing all along.
I don't need it. No.
Oh my ways!
What?
Yo, I'm getting trolled right now from chat. Oh my gosh. I'm getting that. He's like, hey, open up! Hey, nice.
Whoa, what's that?
So, I'm in the top 100,000. Is that good?
Yeah. No, I think it means it's out. You're outside of the top 100,000.
Oh, man. It was nice to see this side of the pro players. And it reignited my passion to lock in and finally go pro. Now, I want you guys to guess what the next thing I did was. Did I, A, hire a pro to coach me for 7 days? B, locked in by myself for 7 days? Or C, switch to console? I think we know which one it was. Give my grandma 5 big booms. I got you. Little did I know this next game was gonna kind of sway me in the way of staying on console. I have a controller! Oh, sit down, you're so garbage. Oh my gosh. No! I don't want to be your friend! I don't want to be your friend! Leave me alone. Let's go. GG's. Let's go. We did it! Wait, that's actually so surprising. Well, honestly, it was kind of eye-opening to see exactly what console players had to go through. To start out July, I actually ended up upgrading my setup, and this definitely helped long-term.
Still need to decorate it a little bit, but other than that, I'm very happy with how this came out.
And with that new setup, I decided to participate in my first ever wager, and it went about how you would expect. Wait. No! Oh my god! But what? That is... No! How? I don't understand it! Just like that, the score was 3-1. It was not looking good for me. Let's go!
I got free peeks. They're mine now. Belong to me.
Yeah, I know they do. I'll send them to you, okay? I'm not even being like a sore loser. You're just like a jerk. I'm never playing with you ever again, bro. But I had something in the works. You see, behind the scenes, I had been contacting this huge YouTuber who pretty much just does coaching. And we were about to play on our first ever tournament together. Essentially so he could see just how good I was and where I needed to improve. That was until he dropped me about 5 minutes before the tournament started. And so I had to find a duel. And pretty quickly, too. Oh my gosh, bro. Chat, is there nobody good in stream? Yeah, I guess I just don't have any actually good players that are in my stream. Luckily, I did.
My duo dropped me last minute. Can you please run it with me in this rank cup? Bro, I got you, Misery. Let's run it again.
And it turns out this was my first ever really good tournament where I actually performed. 100. Hey, Boogie Bomb this. Wait, there's another squad. Oh my gosh!
On me? He just one-pulled me.
With night going down, now is the perfect time to show what I can do.
Oh, 110. Can you get me out?
I got him.
Nice.
See, I'm actually like a half-usable teammate.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's all I needed to hear. A teammate that finally believed in me. And the last thing I was gonna do was let him down.
Like, no, man. You got him, right?
Yeah. Got him. I got him. He's dead.
No, I'm dead. No, I'm dead. 1v1. You got this, man.
Got him. No! Let's go!
This is the best.
And and I ended up placing at 16th. Now, August was a turnaround month. I had realized I had made pretty much zero progress. In the past few months, I had really stagnated. And so this is where I met two new pros. Destiny Jesus.
Yo, Fisher, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, bro? I'm not trying to be rude here, but can I please get your credentials? Because you were very highly recommended.
6 years of coaching the best pros.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? What's good?
What's good, bro?
My name is Joji. I'm a regular Fortnite player. Top 11, the last 2 FNCS Grand Finals in a row. I have over $70,000 earned.
Okay. After studying and like looking at my gameplay, what exactly do you think I need to work on?
You need to work on the way you handle high pressure situations, and I think
Alright, so we're about to get some one-on-one coaching by the second pro player for day 2.
Let's go ahead and get him invited.
Yo!
Good, bro, how you been?
Phenomenal, man. What about yourself?
So, with them and the help of MPen, I spent the next 3 days training my butt off, all for a 1v1 against a toxic pro player who I'd end up duoing with a few months later. I'm getting too ahead of myself. These 3 days of training was exactly what I needed. It really helped me put myself back on track. And so, going from there, I just continued to grind the game until eventually, towards the end of August, I decided to play with Zen. You see, I've talked so much about why I think you shouldn't copy other people, but for the past month and a half, I had just not been having the same grind as I did before. And so after seeing Zen's gameplay, I just really wanted to emulate it. So I trained like him for exactly 24 hours, using his sense, his overall routine.
I clean my room, make sure it's good, and then after that, I'd Kovacs for an hour. And then I'll get on the game, start my stream. I usually run like reload or rank, and then probably like a few tokens. And then if there's a tournament, I'll play the tournament. And then after that, I'll end my stream, chill for a little bit, and then I Kovacs.
Oh, holy speed, bro. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can do this, bro. Why are all 3 of you on my meat right now, bro? But after I low-key got humbled right there, I could still notice I was improving on Zen's sense. I was making some crazy good flicks. Now I would have to put it all together for the actual tournament, and I had to do it quick. Stuff. Just box up when you get in there. Nice. Just stay top 5. Just get to top 5. Easy pick for you right here. Actually, just shockwave.
Whoa, it won't shockwave.
Bro, top 3, we got top 3. That's good. We got 12 points. Points.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
In September, I met one of my biggest inspirations, at least when it came to YouTube, PremFN, and I used him as a way to see just how much I improved. You see, Prem wasn't that good, but he was still way above my level, and so I 1v1'd him, and this is how it went.
Edit.
Oh my god. What? How did you hit that?
Edit.
I'm not. Stop telling me what to do, bro.
Do it, you're in edit. I knew it.
Yo, how are you like this much better than me? Like actually. You don't seem that good in your videos. No offense.
No, I thought you were not one. I was one. Alright, well, now you...
Definitely not as good as I thought I'd do. But after that, we ran some ranked. And we just talked a lot about YouTube, the current state of Fortnite, and everything else in between that. And this talk really helped me lock back in and realize how much better I could be doing. And so that's why in October, I posted one of my favorite videos, where I put my newly found skill into hunting a racist hacker. On a server. He's downloading! Yes! Yes! I think this is it! Yes! Oh!
This could be it. We got it.
We got it! Oh my gosh! Yes! Okay, so what's the plan? We actually need to make a plan like ASAP. We gotta keep one alive. We gotta keep one alive.
Land on the mouse spawn.
Land on the mouse spawn? All 3 of us. Land on the streamer though. The streamer off spawn. No, they're not. They're going here. So I see the juice world. Oh, I'm coming for you, bro. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna land here and then I'm gonna.
I see him. He's right here. Literally right here.
I'm coming to you now.
I see him.
Like bloom fire.
20. Oh, one shot, one of them. Come here.
No man's out here, honestly.
Oh god, yeah.
Nice!
Two swords
on me! Cheater on me! No! Oh my gosh. Restarting.
50 white.
Kill the cheater! Oh, kill the cheater! I couldn't even give comms properly. That's how excited I was. We were finally doing it.
God, like what?
I'm coming.
Oh wait, the other guys are so bad.
Everyone dance. Don't even finish. Don't finish. Just dance.
Don't finish? We wanted to farm the main cheater over and over again until he rage quit. And so we needed to keep one teammate alive at the very least. And well... Bro, you got my way. No! What are you doing? Why would you kill him? Why?
Wait, what?
Adrian.
Yo, so to start October off, I decided to duel with NPen to try to win my first ever tournament. You guys are cooked, not gonna lie.
We're not. We're good. These guys don't even know what they're talking about in your chat.
Now, it was at this point that NPen started to question my skill, and I don't blame him.
Have you ever been in like an end game?
NPen, have you ever felt the touch of a woman?
Dude, no.
That's what I thought. Well, yeah, I think it's over.
We gotta blast back this guy.
I'm dead! Oh my gosh! NPen!
CS at the start of 2024, Swizzy and Putrick would dud, placing 21st. When playing with Putrick, Swizzy was mainly the IGL. He'd make the calls and generally lead, but with his insane fighting skills and massive damage output, this is no position for him to be in.
One of the biggest streamers in the world was just assaulted by a man during her meet and greet at TwitchCon. And the craziest part is that this happened after multiple big creators dropped out of the event ahead of time due to safety concerns. So at an event with the world's biggest creators coming together in a supposedly safe environment to meet fans, there was only one question on everyone's mind. How could Twitch have let this happen? TwitchCon is an annual multi-day convention that is supposed to celebrate streamers. While it's gotten bigger in recent years, it started all the way back in 2015, and the crazy thing is that it's actually organized by Twitch itself. This meant that it got huge support from major brands and big sponsors. This year, the event was held in San Diego between October 17th and 19th. And even before this event started, multiple of Twitch's biggest creators talked about how they weren't going.
Just so you guys know, Cutie and I are not going to TwitchCon anymore. We did back out. I'm just uncomfortable, you know?
Why am I not going to?
Throughout the history of Fortnite, players have argued about which region is the best. So today, I'm going to tell the stories of the top player from each region, and at the end of this video, you guys can decide for yourselves which region has the best players in Fortnite. Starting with our first player, who is one of the most underrated in the entire world. Most people just call him Asian Peterbot, and his name is Koyota. Koyota was born on December 11th, 2007 in Japan, meaning that he's only 17 years old at the time I'm writing this video, and he's already earned $150,000 from playing Fortnite. While I don't know when he started playing the game casually, we do know that Koyota's first ever tournament was the Friday Night Bragging Rights tournament on January 9th of 2021. He would only place in 276th, which I guess isn't too bad for your first tournament ever, but things were going to change very quickly, because just 1 month later, on February 6th of 2021, Koyota would make his first ever earnings, finishing 6th in the solo catch cup and getting $200. From there, Koyota would start to improve rapidly. In fact, it was probably one of the fastest come-ups I've ever seen in Fortnite history. Just 4 months later, Koyota would find his way to his first ever grand finals during Chapter 2, Season 6. Here, he would finish 17th with his trio, earning them $400 each. And although this wasn't the placement Koyota was looking for, this was definitely a great showing considering it was his first grands ever. And he would follow up this performance next season during Chapter 2, Season 7 in the Solo All-Star Showdown, where he would finish 18th in solos on the entire Asia region. So Koyota was showing that he could carry his own, but the next thing he needed to do was get himself an FNCS win to prove that he was one of the best players in the region. For the rest of that year, Koyota would make it to every single grand finals, scoring higher and higher in the leaderboard. Then on November 21st of 2021, Koyota and his trio would just miss out on the Victory Royale, finishing second in the FNCS Grand Royale, winning $16,500. This solidified Koyota as one of the best players on the region, and somebody who at a very young age could be a contender to play on the world stage. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. And FNCS,
I got it! Yes!
To flying across the world to duo with Clicks.
What's up, boys? Welcome back to the video. Today we are reacting to Fortnite skill gap is brutal, basically meaning from noob to pro is probably the hardest thing to get to at this moment. It's a resub video, so I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. But enjoy the video. Let's get into it.
The skill gap in Fortnite is so massive that a casual player doesn't even stand.
Massive.
And you know what else is massive?
The chance against an average competitive player. But it doesn't stop there. Competitive players struggle to even touch players with earnings, earners get outclassed by pros, and even pros can barely damage the best players in the world in a 1v1.
That's
Today,
true.
I'm breaking down these 6
That is
tiers
true.
of Fortnite players to show you truly how insane Fortnite's skill gap really is.
It is insane.
First tier is obviously casuals. To see how they actually play, I hopped into a low elo lobby of the Pickle Rick Skin Cup on OCE, and honestly, I was
Oh
shocked.
my,
There
what
were
did I
players
just
with
see?
20 seconds.
These players are literally all of you guys watching. Sorry.
Floater glides.
Comment below right now. Are you a casual, yes or no?
One guy landed and just pickaxed through a roof and tried to pickaxe a guy who already had a gun. I saw 3 players land at the same house. 2 of them didn't even have a weapon. I was seeing some crazy stuff. Players of the skill level will basically lose every single fight to someone who can build and understands right-hand peeks. Then most of the eliminations that they do get, they're just heavily relying on their aim and 50-50. There's a huge percentage of the Fortnite population that are in this skill bracket.
Oh
But that's okay
my
because not
gosh.
everyone's a competitive player, and sometimes people just jump into tournaments because they might like the idea of winning the skin.
That's
Next
true.
tier up
Very
is
true.
the sweat. Now, in a lobby
Sweats.
full of casuals, a sweat will look like prime Peterball, but in reality, the majority of these players just have an okay understanding of basic Fortnite fundamentals. I hunted through some of the tournament matches until I found Phantom Menace 72. Now, in ranked, he made Elite in Chapter 5, Season 1, and then he was between Gold and Silver for the rest of the chapter. Then this season, he made Unreal for the first time, and he's just started to dip his toes into competitive as he's just started to play his first few tournaments, which is really cool to see. Right off the bat, you can see his drops are significantly better than the casual tier, which allows him to grab the combat shotgun and get an easy elimination off the rip. Now, this wasn't a drop map perfect glide you would see a pro player do, but it was significantly better than some of the 20-second late floaters we've seen from the casuals.
Valid.
You can see he has a good understanding of box fighting. He knows
Right
how
hand
to score
peek.
reset, he knows how to make good right hand peeks when he edits, and that allows him to completely wipe out some of the more casual players in this lobby. Now, if you watch any of my content, I think you realize, you know, this guy's not crazy by any means. However, out of the 177,000 players who played this tournament, he placed 14,773rd.
Not a bad shout.
He placed in the top 8.3%.
Not a bad shout.
So you can see that by learning some basic fighting mechanics, he's already better than 90% of people playing this tournament. Yeah. So a little practice definitely goes a long way. Next tier up is competitive players. This is actually where I put myself, and this category is not just for the average players who play competitive, as this would just put them in the top 50% of tournaments, and as we already know, Sweat's already closer to the top 10%, so this wouldn't really make much sense. But this tier is more for players who have actually grinded competitive Fortnite and have tried to get good at it. And this is where the average of those type of players would fall. At this point, talking about what each rank each player is, it doesn't actually really make sense, because everyone from here and above is easily in Unreal rank. So instead, I'm going to look at their tournament results and where they rank based on PR in Europe, because that's the region I'm looking at right now. Competitive players absolutely dwarf the average Sweat. If I load into a Phil 1v1, Zone Wars, Reload Ranked, there is a high probability that I will be the best player in that lobby. Competitive players usually have a pretty decent understanding of the game. They might understand Deadside, their rotations, early game strategies, drop maps, how to fight. However, they have a ton of weak areas. Using myself in this example, I struggle to make it deep into stacked endgames. In the last little Cash Cup, which is only open to Unreal players, unlike the Pickle Skim Cup we looked at earlier, I made 4 endgames and placed 16th, 10th, 20th, and 25th.
That's not that good.
Skilled with other competitive players, which makes it very difficult to get eliminations because fights take a long time. There are also a lot of players above my skill level, which to them, I am a free kill. So since I am nowhere near the skill level where I can play out a game perfectly, as I waste a bunch of materials and every rotate and then run out, this makes it really difficult to actually get refreshes and eliminations in endgame to get my materials back, because other players are either just my level or above for the most part. However, there's still a big difference between someone my level and a Sweat like Phantom Menace, as he also played this tournament, and he was only able to get a total of 4 eliminations, whereas I got 10. He also dealt 950 damage total across 7 games, whereas I dealt 3,486. So a pretty stark difference between the two tiers. So how close is a competitive player to someone who actually earns in tournaments?
Big difference, Loki, I think.
He recently qualified to Division 1 in both EU and NA Central, and has earned in 7 solo victory cash guts. He's currently ranked 685th in Europe as of recording this, and he placed top 1,747th in the recent solo victory cash cup opens, which is actually a pretty low placement for him.
Okay, I actually want to see what I'm ranked. I have zero clue what I'm ranked. Year of 2026. Right now, I'm 3rd in NA Central. My teammate's number 1. Hey, WX in the chat.
Around top 500 on average. He made 4 endgames and placed 7th, 1st, 6th, and 5th. Now remember, I also made 4 endgames, but placed 16th, 10th, 20th, and 25th. Bass is incredibly smart at crafting a smart game plan, using items that others often don't, as he was one of the first to abuse stealth splashes and invisibility. He also plays the endgames very efficiently, unlike someone like myself. He barely wastes any materials on every single time he rotates in boxes. He always chooses good layers, and he always has a really good understanding of the meta. Now, looking at the eliminations, I actually got more eliminations than him in this tournament, and I had a better damage ratio. So you may think because he uses this stealth splash strat and based on these stats that he just made it into Division 1 because he's smart and that he can't fight at all. So I tested this in a 1v1. I also 1v1'd a pro and then Shark, a tier 1 player after this, so that I could myself feel the difference between what it's like fighting someone from each of these tiers. Now, one of the main differences between me and Bass when we 1v1'd was just aim. There were a few good times where I was able to piece him and get some damage off, but I just wasn't able to finish my dinner. From a mechanical perspective, both of us weren't making fantastic fantastic peaks by any means, and we were giving each other a lot of opportunities for the other person to hit them. But every time that popped up, he just hit harder and ended up actually beating me 5-0.
5-0?
The difference to me between a competitive player and someone who actually earns is just the mastery of the basics. That's smart and can come up with a good game plan. But more importantly, he can actually execute that, unlike myself. And he can actually hit a shot. So what about a pro player then? Well, I also invited Dexy, a pro player who's currently ranked 74th in Europe and placed 10th in
is 74th pro
earlier this season.
I don't even know what I don't even know what pro. I don't know. What is pro nowadays?
In the 1v1s against Bass, Dexy actually lost 3-5. Now, in his defense, he was winning most of the rounds and was clearly mechanically better and honestly just a better fighter, but Bass's aim was genuinely nuts and he one-pumped him 3 different times. So maybe if we went more rounds, this would have been different.
That's crazy.
I also one-pumped Dexy in our 1v1s, so maybe he's just a one-pump magnet. You never know.
What? Oh, the Matt.
Well, the solo cash cup was a completely different story. Overall, Dexy got 32 eliminations with a damage ratio of 2.8, which completely blows
these stats are definitely different by a lot.
Out of the war. The main difference between pros and earners is just how easily and fast they're able to wipe out competitive players. So at this level, almost every single pro will W key their first match and go for high eliminations because there's just a very low chance that they'll die. And even if they do, they can just try again in the next game because most of the time they don't run out of games and qualifying for finals is pretty easy. In this solo cash cup, for example, he dropped a 16 elimination win, which is almost the same amount of elims as me and Bass got throughout the entire tournament combined. Since pros are just so much better at fighting, that also means that they are way better at getting refreshes on their materials in the moving zones. This means that they can afford to make a mistake or two early in the match, maybe take a fight that other players wouldn't, as they can win those fights, and even if they start to run low on materials in the endgame, then they can take a different fight to get their materials refreshed. When I 1v1 Dexy, and from my personal experience 1v1ing other pros, it really is clear how little opportunities they give you to hit them. Here, I wanted to double edit and then jump to the right to take a shot on a right-hand peak, thinking he would place a wall in front of me, but Dexy had already placed that wall in front of me and edited it and one-pumped me before I could even jump. He read the play like an absolute book. Then here, I pieced him and I get doubles, but he just grabs the wall between me and one-pumps me through a window. Pros take advantage of every single mistake that you make. Like here, for example, I left a wall open behind me, but he just placed a ramp, slid shot me, placed a ramp in my box, and grabbed the wall, and then double edited it to pump me from behind a good right-hand peak. Of course, I did hit the lucky 200 here, so I think you should subscribe. The thing is, this does not happen with the best players in the world. The final player I invited to this 1v1 gauntlet was Shark. He is the best fighter in Europe right now. He's currently playing with TD, and they've won both Reload Elite Series finals and 1 Divisional Cup finals as well. He's currently 4th in Europe this year with over $40,000 earned in just 2 months.
That is crazy.
1v1ing him was depressing.
1v1ing him, dude.
So bad at a game in my life. I literally could not hit him. There's been a trend lately of content creators going against pros with a first to 100, with the content creator getting a 99 elim lead. All they need to do is win 1 single round, whereas the pro has to win 100. Now, you may think this sounds easy. I could get a lucky 200 pump, it would be no problem. But I'm here to tell you that against the best players in the world, you will not. Ronaldo, who has won an FNCS, and sure he may be a little bit washed, lost 100 rounds in a row to Peterball. When I played Shark, I only played 5 rounds, and as a reminder, I have been playing competitive Fortnite for 8 years. I've studied the best players in the world, I made countless videos on how to improve your fighting, and covered basically every single strat you can think of in that period, and I
That's so funny, bro.
0 damage to Shark in 5 rounds.
This is so funny. Like, I swear, I don't even think Tier 1 pros, like, noticed. I don't even, like, I don't think they know that. Of like how much of a skill gap is, because bro, I don't even realize it's this much of a skill gap. Like I know like when I'm competing there's a fat skill gap, but not this much.
Made a joke at the start that you need to watch out because I might hit him with a lucky 200 similar to what I did against pro player Dexy, and his response was be scared, there might be a random bailout pump, you know.
Okay.
Now, anytime you set up to make a play or change an angle, he's already pieced it and is sitting with his bump out. Here I see he's in front of me, and I suck, so I accidentally put myself under a stair, but I see that he's placed doubles above me and to the left in wood. So I attempt to go out to my right. Suddenly, I run into his wall, so I think he's going to drop down on that side, so I turn to run out the other side, and I grab the wall to edit out so that I can't get boxed. But he's already there, and he's 200 pumping.
That's that,
his POV, he placed the floor directly above me, and then edited this tile to grab the wall, and then knowing I'd run out the other way, drops down there with his pump out and hits me for 200. And even if I had my pump out after that edit, he instantly edited the cone to block the shot and exit the box to the left. Literally any time I fired a shot on him, he would just kill me first. I dealt 0 damage in 5 rounds, but I was not the only one to 1v1 him. I had Bass, our Div 1 player, and Dexy, our pro player, do it too. Bass, with his nuts aim and gun out Gary playstyle, did around 400 damage, but the rounds honestly were not even close. Even if he got there was one round, for example, where he got into his box.
Yo, this bastard got potential.
Some play to win the round. Most of Bass's strategy does revolve around his great aim and getting into box. So here you can see that he cracked him, got him weak, and then phased into the box. But notice the movement out of Shark. He intentionally walked to the back corner of the box, so you could use his cone edit to protect himself from Bass's shot and kill him. And then
Bass had a bad aim.
58 damage across the 5 rounds. Now remember, Dexy is currently ranked 74th in Europe. He placed 10th in the solo series finals. He's an incredible solo player, but he could barely hit him across 5 rounds.
That's crazy.
How this translates into tournaments is very interesting. Where Dexy's highest elimination match in the most recent solo cash cup was 16 eliminations, Shark dropped 23. Now it doesn't sound that different until you realize that Shark actually died when there were still 15 players left. And throughout the last
that is crazy. That is crazy.
Dexy's averaged a highest elimination game of 15.7, where Shark's was 26.3. For reference, Dexy's highest elimination game was 23, whereas Shark had 3 different 34 elimination
That is
matches.
crazy. That is
One of these
crazy.
events was particularly interesting to look at, which was the Nvidia Cup, as Shark placed first and Dexy placed second. Across the entire event, Shark had 92 eliminations, whereas Dexy had 51. And it's not like he wasn't fragging and playing well in his matches. He had some of the highest eliminations of the tournament. It's just that Shark was that far ahead. Tier 1 players can dominate pros in fights like it's nothing. So it's no surprise that in a low elo lobby full of competitive players, or 1v1ing someone like myself, they can finish fights in a matter of seconds. It's almost funny when I read comments from players saying that they would be a pro if they were on 0 ping,
say this.
because Shark is doing all of this on 30 ping, and his teammate Teeny dropped a 30 elimination match.
Okay, Shark doing that on 30 ping, very impressive.
Match on any
Not gonna
central
lie.
on over 100 ping. Tier 1 players spend most of their day fighting other Tier 1 players, and that gives them such a deep understanding of every single play that another player might make. So fighting pros or earners or competitive players, it's just literally effortless in comparison.
That
It
is
does make
true.
me feel slightly less bad for not even damaging him in our 1v1. Please like the video.
I'm not gonna lie, yo, Resub always has absolute bangers. This is another great video that even impressed me of like knowing, the skill gap is crazy. Like it really is. Like pro is different than tier 1 pro. Like there is literally full levels of it. And this just showed me even more, dude. Like even the average player doesn't. I think even a comp earner, if you do 100 over someone who's earned $100 versus tier 1 pro, not getting a single round. I fully believe that. But besides the point, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment other videos you guys want me to react to. And please comment what type of player are you? Casual, noob, pro, comp earner, or tier 1 pro? I know none of you are tier 1 pro. Let's see you guys in the next video. What's up, boys? Welcome to the React video. Today, we are watching the rise of Clicks and Higgs, and that is me and my duo Higgs. And this is a Cypher PK video. I've never really seen Cypher make videos like this, so I'm very interested to react to it. And, of course, we reacted to it with you guys. So, like the video and enjoy.
There's a reason the Fortnite competitive community keeps talking about these two names. Clicks and Higgs.
What am I looking at? Big P! This has to be the worst rendering of me and Higgs' face I think I've ever seen in my life, and I'm saying it now. What is this? I got like half a face. My hair looks distorted.
This duo feels inevitable. Clicks has been one of the most mechanically gifted players since the Fortnite OG days. The kind of player who can win fights that seem unwinnable. Higgs has had the opposite path. Fortnite didn't come as easily. He had to earn every single placement and every ounce of respect. Two completely different paths, two completely different starts, and somehow they've ended up together. So today I'm breaking down the story of how Clicks and Higgs evolved into the players they are now, and why this pairing doesn't just work, but how they might win the next FNCS. Clicks' story starts with an instant success.
Bro, I look so young. Like I'm like, I can see both screens. I'm looking at myself right now, and I'm looking at. Dude, this is adorable, bro. I was actually just a little ass kid, man. Now I'm a big ass kid. Yes, sir.
Because in 2019, he qualified for the Fortnite World Cup 5 separate times.
Yes, sir. You heard that right.
He wasn't just competing. He was already on the biggest stage in the game at just 14 years old. He placed 18th in the World Cup solos.
I did.
And 35th in.
Because that 18th was 20 points. 20. Do you know how little 20 is?
Duos with Skeptic, earning over 6 figures and immediately becoming one of the most recognizable faces in competitive Fortnite. From an outside perspective, it looked like a perfect start, but the cracks were already there. Despite strong placements and insane mechanics, Click struggled with something way harder to fix than his aim: stability. The chemistry between his duos at the time just weren't quite there. From 2019 to 2021, his teams constantly changed. New trios, new duos, and new plans every season. And the results started to reflect that. We saw him play with Skeptic in the World Cup, and then moved on to players like Kanata, Young Calc, Bizzle, Illist, Bugha. Even with legendary names, nothing quite stuck. Great Heat performances, Cash Cup wins, but in grand finals when he would qualify, he was inconsistent. He was a part of what everyone at the time considered to be the trio to beat: Bugha, Bizzle, and Click.
BBC!
They ended up placing 5th in their first FNCS together back in Chapter 2.
Then we got 4th, right?
But the next season, they didn't even qualify for the grand finals. The community was surprised at how badly they performed together. But a lot of it came from Click's community being toxic towards Bizzle and getting into his head.
Low-key because of me, though, I'm going to be honest.
Making it harder for them to compete with the right mindset. This caused the trio to break up after just 2 seasons. His next trio for FNCS was in Chapter 2, Season 7 with Bucky and Creo, who placed top 3 in the qualifiers, sending them straight to Grands. Everything was looking great for them until they had to deal with the stress of getting contested at Steamy Stacks by Bully's trio. One of the biggest rivalries during that era. Egos took over, and Clix would finish that FNCS in last place, his worst placement ever.
That's bad.
This moment really summed up that era for Clix. Everyone could see the talent, and Clix often would place well in solos, but didn't perform as well in team-based tournaments. Something had to change. Throughout 2022 and 2023, Click started to shift his mindset. He stopped chasing perfect teammates and started committing to long-term growth. He would end up with Day during this time. There was a lot of hype for the duo to do well.
Yo, we were
They
nasty,
placed
bro.
7th in the first FNCS of Chapter 3, but the very next season, their momentum wavered when they ended up in 35th place.
That was bad,
Click
though.
swapped his teammate to Dukes for Season 3 and gets 4th place, which might have been the start of
By the way, I IGL too. Wow, the fact that I was this close to winning is crazy. 40 points away from winning is insane.
4th place hurts. But we'll talk more about that as we go on.
I did
He didn't do too great in the FNCS Invitational,
I got
coming in
11th.
15th, but he did end up getting a victory royale on LAN, which was a massive accomplishment. 2023 started the Clicks and Scented duo arc. And there was a bit of controversy with this duo
We were gonna
forming, and it
win!
wouldn't stop there.
We were gonna win.
It was seen as a really promising team to win it all in Chapter 4, Season 2. But in April, Clicks ends up getting banned from competitive. During a solo victory Cash Cup, Clicks had a suspicion that he was being stream sniped, so he called out the stream sniper and told him to give him loot or else he would get banned. Clix was trying to prove that he was being stream sniped, but Epic took it as colluding since he did get a slight advantage when trying to prove his point. He got hit extremely hard and was not able to compete in that season's FNCS because of the ban, forcing him to step away and reevaluate everything. He comes back though for Chapter 4 Season 3 and teams up with 6-time FNCS winner Epic Whale. Click starts trusting the people around him and letting them call the shots, working more in sync as a duo instead of just a great solo player. He also made a major announcement during this time and announced that he was a co-owner of XSET. He then proceeds to Copenhagen for Globals, where the pressure couldn't have been higher. To make finals on day 3, he needed a top 25 finish in the lower bracket on day 2. One interesting detail from Copenhagen is that Higgs and Clix were actually splitting their drop spot at Mega City. Higgs played.
Like, look at our loot, dude. I don't know why we even. I don't know why we landed here. Why did we land here?
Secured a top 5 finish on day 2. And even though the zones consistently pulled in their favor, they struggled with Surge. In the end, there were no excuses, and Clix chalked it up to a bad performance. When all was said and done, they missed the qualification by just 4 points. Number 4 continues to haunt him going into Chapter 5. Because in Majors 1 and 2, Clix and Epic Whale placed 4th and 14th place. Meaning Season 3 was their last opportunity to qualify for Globals. After the 14th place finish, it seemed like Clix was determined to win Major 3 with Epic Whale. Clix even said that Epic Whale was his favorite duo he had ever played with.
Epic Whale was my favorite duo.
Performance, Clix realized that their playstyle doesn't work well together, and he felt like he would be better off with a different duo. It was clear that Clix could have had a top 10 finish with Epic Whale, but Clix wanted to win. Once again, people started speculating about who he would team up with. Since Clix was more of a fighter, he wanted a more experienced IGL that could also keep up with his more aggressive playstyle. Then one of EU's biggest players announced that he was moving to NA to compete for a spot in Globals. Clix and Veno became a top contender for Major 3.
Damn,
Veno
bro.
and Clix ended up getting
I got so much lore. It's actually crazy. I'm like, dude, no way Higgs got
placed
second.
in Chapter 5 Season 3
Damn.
finals, which makes it so that they qualify to land.
We should have won.
Together, they got 11th place at the FNCS Global Championship
should have
with
won.
444
Oh,
points.
I hate
Again,
this, bro.
he could not get away from that number 4. But he was still getting better as time went on, because going into 2025, the FNCS format went from duos to trios. Alongside Iyamzo, this was the first time we saw Clix team up with Higgs, Batman Booga at the time. After a generational run from Peterbot in Chapter 5, this trio was primed to take him down. They worked extremely hard and they were set up to win. And they were honestly such a solid trio. They managed a 3rd place in the Chapter 6 Major.
Bro, we were actually such a good
1
trio.
finals. And with that momentum of a top 3 finish, Chapter 6 Season 2 looked like it was theirs for the taking. Until the Chug Splash incident.
Give me up. Tuck me. Guys. Oh my god, I'm big concept.
Damn, bro.
No! He pulled out the big punch!
This left him in 2nd place behind none other than Peterbot. When things went wrong, Clix had a hard time bringing himself out of a negative mindset. And we kind of saw that with the results of the next few FNCS tournaments. In Chapter 6 Season 3, they came in 8th place. And then in the 2025 Global FNCS Championship, they came in 18th. But Clix has been working with a Fortnite coach and a mental coach on top of that, which has been really helpful with his performance while competing.
That's sad.
He's currently
right there.
a favorite with Higgs to win FNCS this year. Peterbot even returned to comp and has said that he's back to make sure Clix doesn't win.
That's true.
Playing without them today, bro. What? They're not calling Saudi either way.
This version of Clix isn't trying to prove that he's good anymore. He already knows that he is.
I'm dead ass trying to win at this point. Y'all already know my stance, dude. It's either winning or I'm done with life, dude.
Higgs' story is the complete opposite. Most OGs will remember him as Batman Booga, but for the sake of the story, we're going to call him Higgs. He competed in his first tournament, the Trio One Day Cup in 2019, but finished in 1,729th place. He competed all year long and even competed in the World Cup solos and duos, but barely placed in week 7 and ended up getting his very first earnings, $100.
Oh,
he admits that very
Ben.
early on, he's not naturally talented, but he keeps grinding. All of 2020 goes by with almost no earnings. He was competing all year long, but wasn't placing high enough to earn. Until late that year when things finally started to click.
Ew, that game looks so
Super
butt
Cup, he
cheeks.
places 50th place and earns $425
Damn.
in November. Once December rolls around, he plays in the Frosty Frenzy tournament.
I remember that.
He plays both sessions on day 1 and earns $400 both times, totaling almost $1,000 in just a single day. 2021 kind of starts off the same way. Another half year of competing, but ended up empty-handed. But then Higgs ends up qualifying for his very first FNCS Grand Final.
That's crazy.
He becomes 25th place and earns $500. Not a win, but proof that he's improving. He starts placing higher in tournaments and qualifies for the FNCS All-Star Showdown. With 90 players invited to the tournament, only 10 spots were up for grabs from a single qualifier. He earned his spot placing in 3rd and wound up 7th overall on West, getting him his biggest payday so far, earning $11,000.
Wow, that's actually
This
good.
event was one of the first ones that helped Higgs gain recognition in the comp scene. In Chapter 2, Season 8, he stayed consistent, earning 4th place in FNCS. But similar to Clix, he continued to swap his teammates around and suffered a big fall off during the FNCS Grand Royale. 2022 comes and he ends up joining 2AM Esports. As I mentioned earlier, Chapter 3 is when tournaments changed from
what
trios
is he
to
doing?
duos. So Higgs started competing with wheels in multiple Catch Cups, tournaments, and scrims. They kept up the consistency, but they had a hard time breaking into the top 10. After that, Higgs starts playing with Caleb for Chapter 3 Season 3.
I didn't even know any of this
for FNCS. They got 9.
I never knew his story. I'm gonna be honest.
But they don't end up getting invited to the FNCS Invitational LAN despite their strong placement. This was a big turning point for Higgs. He decides to hire a coach and starts taking competitive Fortnite more seriously. And his dedication pays off because him and Caleb end up finishing 5th in Major 1 Grand with a high placement throughout the season. Then NA West and NA East merged into NA Central. At first, Higgs played with Bacon for Major 2 and they finished 38th. But for the next season, he teams up with Rapid and they clutch a top 10 finish in 8th place. Securing their spot in the FNCS Global Championship LAN for 2023. By the time that Higgs goes to LAN in Copenhagen, he's no longer the underdog.
He's
it's
sold.
his first time under the spotlight at LAN, going up against the best of the best. Even with a strong day 2, winning his drop spot at Mega City with Clix, he finishes 14th overall. But 2024 is when we really start to see Higgs improve. In Chapter 5, Season 3, he comes in 2nd place in the FNCS.
That's pretty impressive.
Rapid,
That's pretty impressive.
Only losing to Peterbot. And this was a crazy tournament run for Peterbot, so getting 2nd place is still a huge achievement. They ended up coming in 9th in the FNCS Global Championship.
That's not bad.
An improvement from 14th the year before. But the end of 2024 is when Rapid and Higgs split as a duo, and Fortnite announced that competitive is returning back to a trio format. So in February 2025, he changes his name to 2AM Higgs, and this is when we start seeing him rebranding from Batman Booga to Higgs.
You already know who told him to do that. You're looking at him. Yes, sir.
His new trio is now Yamzo and Clix. A very experienced trio, but not a single FNCS win between them. On the bright side, they did help Clix finally beat his curse of the number 4 by coming in 3rd place in the FNCS at the beginning of Chapter 6. They continued to place well in Cash Cups during the season and stayed dominant with multiple first and second places in the Trio FNCS Divisional Cups. They were neck and neck with Peterbot's trio. But then the dreaded moment happened. There was a crucial moment where Higgs accidentally popped a big pot instead of chug splashing, which could have saved the team, and that ended up costing them the FNCS. There was heavy blame put on Higgs by the community, and this was probably one of the biggest mistakes of Higgs' entire career.
But it honestly doesn't matter, bro.
Rumors started to spiral.
The chug splash doesn't even matter.
The trio over it. It was such a viral mistake that even to this day, people still troll him with the audio of a chug splash.
Run. Oh, no, not the chug. No. Chug me.
I decided to print out a picture of a chug splash, which is the reason that he lost his FNCS. And while he was live on stream, I got in a disguise and put it into his background.
Okay, alright.
It's a picture of a chug splash.
But in April 2025, he announces that he has joined XSET. He doubles down on discipline. The rebrand was official, and over all socials, he was formerly known as Higgs. The trio continued on, and week 2 of the FNCS Divisional Cup was looking promising as they came in 2nd. But in the grand finals of Chapter 6 Season 3, they ended up finishing in 8th place.
That was not a good one.
Chapter 7, Epic announced that the tournament format was going back to duos. Which is when we saw Yamzo lead the trio and duo with Josh Riley. And Higgs and Clix decided to stay together. Since Chapter 7 started, Higgs has won solo Cash Cup, lost the duo victory Cash Cups with Clix, Evaluation Cups, and FNCS Divisional Cups, and much more. In December 2025, he ends up moving in with Clix, and their placements speak for themselves, constantly winning or placing top 3 in each
He didn't move in with me, what?
Together, proving he's one of the best players in Fortnite right now. This is where everything connects. Clix and Higgs both have a history of swapping teammates every year, but they've stuck together since 2025. The first is the chemistry and strong vibes that they have together. A lot of pros will play together only because they do well, but they don't actually like each other. But between Clix and Higgs, there are no ego clashes. They both have clear roles, and they play off of each other well. Their individual mentalities and mechanics also work well together. Clix brings confidence, firepower, and game presence, and Higgs brings stability, discipline, and smart decision-making under pressure.
Very smart.
Their drop spot is really strong at Wonky Land, and they can play zone for a long time with so many extra skills like the POI. There's a lot of mobility around this area, so they don't need to use the wingsuits since they have launch pads and the Ferris wheel to play with. There are even rumors of snipers coming back to competitive, and we all know Clix is absolutely deadly with a sniper like we saw in Chapter 5. Some duos are one-dimensional and rely on high ground to place well, but they're a flexible team that can play either low ground or high ground. We also have to give a lot of credit to their coaches.
homie Poppy.
BloodX holds a lot of craziness together. He primarily coaches on a harder region in EU, but that translates over to NA really well. BloodX helps harness their talents and refines them versus relying purely on raw talent. Players like Josh Riley is raw talent. If he worked with a coach, he would be unstoppable. But they don't just depend on fighting power. Both work with a mental coach as well, which helps them stay calm under pressure. They both stream and perform in front of a lot of people during major tournaments, which can really get the best of them. Making sure their mentality stays strong gives them the huge advantage when it comes to competing. There isn't an FNCS Grand Finals this season, but the tournaments we've seen so far have made one thing clear. This team is ready to prove how good they really are. Even with Peterbot fully embracing the villain role and landing directly on Clix and Higgs, they held their ground and still finished second place in their first Session 3 of FNCS.
We should have won, though. We should have won, though.
If they keep it up, we
Low-key.
might just be watching
We
the
sold.
best rivalry Fortnite has seen in years. Because
Possibly.
it didn't start this season. It goes all the way back to FNCS Major 2 and 3 last
Second
year,
place, man.
when Clix was the one landing on Peterbot, only for it to come full circle now in Chapter 7, Season 1. Clix and Higgs met each other at the exact right time. One learned discipline,
it's like
the
we're,
other learned
it's like we just need to make out now.
doing the same thing. A championship that feels overdue. This isn't a duo that people want to win. It's a duo that finally looks ready to win.
Hey, okay, Mr. Aura. Didn't know he had that link.